Safety is such an important part of being an employee at the hospital, and that could be from the janitorial staff all the way up to the surgeons. So it's really important for staff to be able to feel like they can voice their concerns, to give like an overall rating on how they feel their facility, their hospital is performing on culture of safety. So it's very important that we keep and collect those responses in an anonymous fashion, because what we find is that people do not want to be known. Whether they're saying a good thing or a bad thing, they don't want to be called out for that. And so we try really hard to keep those responses anonymous, and that is part of what DataGen does offer. Hospitals and other organizations might struggle to get people to participate in these surveys because it's a time suck. And so you want to give them the option to be able to stop and start the survey at their leisure. You want to give them incentives to take the survey. You want to praise them for taking the survey. And most importantly, you want to do something with the results of the survey. And that action alone will drive more people to take the survey as time goes on. Some of the strategies that I have seen be most encouraging to incentivize people to take the survey are providing feedback. So you look at your response rate, and then that response rate, you praise those units that have a high level of response, giving them a pizza party or coffee gift card. You do things that show that you are listening and that you care and that you're paying attention during the whole survey process. And that will lead to a higher response rate, which will lead to higher data, which will lead to higher information about how your facility is performing in the culture of safety. Some things that have increased motivation to take the survey really happen after the survey. So, what are you doing with the results? Have you made an effort to increase the culture of safety in your institution? Are you implementing plan, do, check, act cycles to make sure that the things that you want to implement are actually happening? You need to find ways to show your staff that you've heard what they've said year after year so that they can take the survey and know that those responses are being heard, listened to, and that plans are being formulated to make change across the institution. When we act in a manner that is negative, we drive people away from the thing that we want them to do. You want to praise your staff for all of their responses, whether you perceive them to be negative or positive. This data, at the end of the day, provides hospitals a way to improve their culture of safety.